The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. Socrates. What do you do when you see someone you love walking toward disaster? Do you try to stop them, knowing they might push you away? Or do you stand at the bottom, ready to catch them when they fall? What does love really look like in moments like this? We all face this dilemma at some point. It could be a child, a close friend, or someone we share life with. We watch them make decisions that, from our perspective, lead straight into pain. And it hurts deeply. Our instinct is to step in, to do whatever it takes to protect them. We want to pull them away from destructive habits, bad relationships, unhealthy environments, because we've seen where those roads lead. We've walked those roads ourselves, and we carry the scars to prove it. Our love compels us to intervene. But here's the thing. What if they just can't see it yet? What if, no matter how hard you try to explain, it's like shouting into the wind? It might not be ignorance, it might just be experience. You see danger because you've lived through something similar. You carry the weight of lessons learned the hard way. You know how it ends, and they don't. And that gap, that difference between seeing and not seeing, is what makes it so difficult. As Hermann Hesse said, wisdom cannot be imparted. It must be lived. You can give someone all the advice in the world. You can lay out every logical argument, every emotional plea. But wisdom doesn't transfer like data. Wisdom comes through living, through doing, through pain, failure, heartbreak, and reflection. You can teach someone how to fix a car, solve an equation, build a bridge. That's knowledge. But wisdom, the kind that governs the heart, the spirit, the soul, can't be handed over. It must be discovered. And desire. Desire has its own power. You can't talk someone out of what they're deeply drawn to. You can't kill a longing just by pointing out its consequences, even if you're right, even if it ends in pain. Often the only way people let go of an illusion is by chasing it, realizing for themselves that it doesn't satisfy. Oscar Wilde said, "The only way to get rid of temptation is to yield to it, resist it, and the soul grows sick with longing." Sometimes we need to go through the fire to understand that it burns. So what can we do? How do we love someone who seems to be walking toward ruin? We stop trying to control them. We stop thinking love equals fixing. We start being there, present, available, patient, not to steer, but to support, not to change them, but to hold space for them. That's what true love is. It's not about imposing your wisdom onto someone else. It's about being strong enough to let them find their own. And it's not easy. In fact, it's one of the hardest things you'll ever do, to love someone without trying to mold their path, to let them fall even when you know the pain that's waiting. It takes immense courage, because it's far easier to criticize than to sit quietly with someone in their suffering. It's far easier to say, "I told you so," than to open your arms and simply say, "I'm here." There's a parable Jesus told, one that holds a profound lesson in this. The story of the lost son. A young man asks for his inheritance, leaves home, and wastes everything. When he finally returns, broke, ashamed, broken, his father doesn't scold him. He doesn't say, "I warned you." He runs to him, wraps him in love, celebrates his return. That's not weakness, that's strength. That's what real love looks like. The father knew his son needed to go through that journey to truly learn. He let him go even though he knew pain would follow, but he never stopped loving him, never turned his back. He was ready the moment his son came home. And maybe that's the calling for us too, to stop offering maps, to stop trying to direct and fix and lecture, to offer a hand instead, a steady, quiet presence, not out of indifference, but out of a deep respect for each person's unique path. Because wisdom can't be forced, and love doesn't demand control. If someone you love is making mistakes, what they need most might not be your advice. It might just be your hand. To know they're not alone, that you'll walk through the fire with them, not ahead of them holding a sign that says, "Do it my way." Love isn't about being right. It's about being there. And in the end, that's what we all need. Not more maps, just more hands.